Hello, welcome to the video. Okay, so we're going to start with 2 potassium chlorate, 2 KClO3, and this is going to break down into 2 potassium chloride plus 3 oxygen molecules, 3 O2. So I'm going to show you then if we start with a certain amount of the potassium chlorate, how much of a given product we'll get. So the reactants are on the left and the products are on the right. Okay, so let's start with 245.1 grams of potassium chlorate. Okay, and now in order to convert the grams to moles, because we have to get the moles. In order to do this, we have to convert grams to moles first. So we have to divide this number by the mass of the potassium chlorate. So we're going to ignore this 2 when calculating the mass. So we're going to get the mass of this. And so you have to look on the periodic table. You add the mass of potassium to the mass of chlorine. So mass of potassium to mass of chlorine plus 3 times the mass of the oxygen. And you'll get approximately 122.55 grams. So you divide what you have. You start with 245.1 grams, and you divide by the mass of the potassium chlorate. The mass of the potassium chlorate is 122.55 grams, and that will give you the moles. You don't take this 2 and multiply the mass by 2. That would be wrong. You have to ignore that coefficient. Okay, so if we divide this, we're going to get then, let's see, that will give us 2. Okay, so that means we have 2 moles of potassium chlorate, 2 KClO3. But let's say we want potassium chloride. So if we start with 245.1 grams of potassium chlorate, how much potassium chloride do I get? Well, what we did first, we divided it 245.1 grams divided by the mass of the potassium chlorate. And to get the mass again, we added the mass of potassium from the periodic table. We added the mass of chlorine from the periodic table. 3 times the mass of the, there's no 2 there. Okay, 3 times the mass of the oxygen on the periodic table. So this is approximately, it's about 39. This is about 35.45. This is 3 times 15.9994. Okay, and I left some of the decimals out, but you keep the decimals in, you add it all up, you're going to get approximately that. Maybe like 122.54 or something, but rounds to 122.55. So we got that. We have that mass. So we divide by the mass, and you get 2 moles. And again, ignore these coefficients for the time being. Okay. So we have 2 moles of potassium chlorate. Now, but then now we look at the coefficients. So now we look at this 2 and this 2. Now this is time to look at the coefficients. Don't look at them otherwise, except for now. So what you're going to do, so we know we have 2 moles of KClO3. And we know, okay, we're looking for the KCl, but there's 2 moles KCl. There's 2 moles of these, so really 2 mole KCl to 2 mole KClO3. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. That's going to give you 2 mole KCl. Okay, so we know that we're making 2 mole KCl. Now we have to go to grams now. So we're going to go to grams next. Now all you have to do is multiply 2 times the molar mass of the KCl to get your grams. And so, okay, let's check that. Okay, so the mass of the potassium chloride You take the mass of potassium plus the mass of chlorine, gives you 74.553. Correction. It's 74.5513. 1 minute. So 74.5513. Okay, you're going to multiply that by 2 to get the grams of the potassium chloride. So let's multiply that by 2. Okay, that will give you 149.1 grams, and that's the answer. Okay, thank you for watching.